Telmek, a young, beautiful, visionary, audacious, and goal-getting entrepreneur and industry captain, is the founder, managing director, and chief executive officer of Telmek Global Resources Limited, one of the leading support services providers in the Nigerian oil and gas industry.
Telmek started about 6 years ago. We started as an oil and gas sector procurement company initially, but now and over the years we've been able to diversify into other more technical full-fledged services. Our core staff are built up with amazing, hardworking young people like myself, especially young women like myself, who have keyed into the vision and are willing to show that if given the opportunity that women can do as well as men in this male-dominated industry. So that's just the little story behind Telmek right now. Our mission, which I would say is derived from our mission statement, is to deliver cost-effective, diversified solutions to our clients through our effective partnerships, which we've built over the years and are still building on. Through our skilled workforce, the company never hesitates to put in the right resources to get the best hands on every given project. And through our operational excellence, which is evident from all the works that we've done in the past, we also aim to continue to improve in our efficiencies at the way that we service our clients so that we can, deliver better value to them. The vision for me is split into two. The short-term vision and the long-term vision. So the short-term vision might sound a bit cliche, but for us is to be one of the leading indigenous EPC companies in the country. And the long-term vision is to identify those smaller countries that are still emerging in terms of their oil and gas industry and without their local capacity or local content, and key into those markets and establish a presence there. That's the entire vision of the company. I think we're still in our early stages. When every company is set up, it goes through the startup phase, which is normally within the first 5 years. We've just come out of that, and also looking at the effect of COVID that happened for 2 years. That also took us back in terms of the growth trajectory that we set out to achieve. So if you ask me, I would say, playing the devil's advocate, maybe 15% achieved so far, because I feel like there's still more work that needs to be done. We see ourselves as an EPCI company, engineering, procurement, construction, installation. We also do some fabrication work in our yard in Port Harcourt, as well as a little bit of manpower supply. So in the past, we've procured several items as the need arises from our clients. We've also procured and installed several items as well. We've done flow line replacements, laying of flow lines, and also rehabilitation work in clients' facilities. I hope this has given a bit of an overview of what we do. I would say it's mixed feelings. Some people would gladly embrace new brands and new companies. However, some people are just okay working with companies that they're familiar with, because it's a saturated market, it's a highly competitive market, and you have companies that have been in operations for over several decades. Those are people that I'm trying to compete with, that have already built a reputation in the industry. So a lot of people would ask, so why do I leave this person that has all this experience and give it to you that's just a small company? But all in all, like I said, a lot of people have given us the chance to prove ourselves, and we have proven ourselves, and we're just riding on that to also then get other potential clients to also give us a chance. Generally, it would be operators in this industry. So the IOCs, the NOCs, the government-run companies as well. Yeah, I think those are the people that I will be looking out for, and that should look out for me as well, or for us as a company. Oil and gas sector in Nigeria has come a long way since we first discovered oil in, I think, 1956 or so. There's been ups and there's been downs. There's been lots of challenges like what we're facing now, from security to oil theft to even climate and environmental related matters like the oil spill in the Niger Delta. But we can't deny the fact that oil has been a blessing to the country when you look at the contribution that is made over the years in terms of, the forex income. However, I think I would like to see more private sector play and less government monopoly in certain areas of the industry, and which is why I applaud this newly commissioned Dangote refinery. I think that also more favorable policies, would create an enabling environment for companies like ours to thrive. Also would help attract investments, because we're lacking in that area right now, and all these investments are being taken elsewhere. I think an upsurge of production would be key to also driving, the economy as well. And lastly, I think government should be more aggressive in terms of gas production and gas utilization. Especially now, there's a widespread discourse around transitioning to cleaner energy sources, and gas being the highlight of that discussion, and Nigeria being or having vast gas resources. I do applaud the Ministry of Petroleum Resources for trying to champion this, especially through their Decade of Gas initiative, which I'm curious to see the outcome of. All in all, I think we've come a long way, but I do believe that we still have a long way to go to meeting our potentials, and that's why we need the great hands on to run that. Power supply is a problem generally, and not just for organizational growth. It's also a problem when it comes to the basic welfare of the common man. So I think that if the government can encourage more private sector investments into that power play, which it's trying to do, it would really help in correcting this. I do also think that we need to start looking at clusters. And when I say clusters, I mean industrial parks or layouts, huge housing estates, huge commercial area, and taking those clusters off grid via perhaps IPPs, so that it would create more power to go elsewhere. And I think when it comes to rural electrification as well, we should look at other energy sources, perhaps like solar. I know that there's a wide discussion around the affordability, but I think it's something that government can do for its citizens, like a social welfare program or something. It's not my core area. I might not be in the best position to hit it well on the head. But I think this will be my vision. To be the leading oil and gas industry, but it takes a process to get there. In the next coming years, I would like to see us grow even further, carve out a niche or respect in two key areas, because right now we're doing so many services, build on our capacity and capability of those carved out segments, and invest more in that area, so that we can scale up. This is what I envision happening in the next couple of years, maybe 2-3 years, in line with our vision. We're a small company, so what we do is for each project, we put some money aside in the budget to give back to the community that we're doing that project in. Sometimes we also try to get people from those communities to also do little things as well, little scope in the project. We also make sure that we're operating in a safe and environmentally friendly manner. And lastly, we're currently trying to work in partnership with Drug Aid Africa to go to Port Harcourt and give free drugs to people that have, whether directly or indirectly, been affected by both the black soot and the oil spills. And in the coming years, we'll probably do more, but these are what we have up our sleeves right now. I have a great work-life balance. I work hard, but I also relax hard too. So when I'm working, I'm working. There's some weeks where I'm just constantly working and I'm not doing anything else. And then there's some times that you just, go off on a holiday and just relax as well, because you need some sanity as well. So my work-life balance is good. I have good friends, I have good family, so I tend to lean on them when I can. But so right now, I don't have a problem when it comes to work-life balance. I try to take my weekends off, even though I would have 1 or 2 meetings. Like I said, I love to travel. One of my passions is actually traveling. I like to explore different countries, different cultures. So I tend to rest a lot when I do those trips, because it's just a social trip and it's nothing work related. So that's how I unwind. And I also have hobbies as well. Like I'm currently trying to learn how to play the piano. I love planting. So I think these things also help me unwind in terms of my mental state. Yeah. The will to succeed drives me. I've always wanted to be exceptionally well in whatever I was going to do. So I think that drives me. And I think also it would be I don't want to fail, When I sleep at night, that's what I think about, I don't want to be a failure. So that alone is, I think, one of my major drivers.